Yo, welcome to the stream. Welcome to Saturday. Guys, we did it. We made it for another week. Not sure how, considering I was not well last weekend. And you can kind of probably still hear it in my voice. Still a bit kind of phlegmy and a bit weird, so there might be some weird noises on the stream at some point as a result. But hopefully nothing that will disrupt the stream or be too gross. I'm over most of it, so hopefully it shouldn't affect it too much. But we'll see how we go. We'll see where we are in 3 hours time. Could be a problem. But yeah, welcome to the stream. How's everyone's week been? I'm trying to think if there's anything that's like worth mentioning that's happened this week in the world of stuff that I'm into. Saw Mickey 17 last night. Yeah, it's good. It's probably on the weaker end of the Bong Joon-ho sort of filmography in my opinion. I love the first 2 acts of it. I'm not 100% sure on the third act, but I do, in my head I'm kind of like, I feel like if I watched it again, I will appreciate it a lot more. Because I think everyone in it is really good. I think Bong Joon-ho is an incredible director. So like, it is definitely worth seeing if you're into fun sci-fi satires. It's very, very good, and we need more movies with that kind of budget level to sort of exist. So go see it. Definitely highly recommend it. It's fun. Anyway, and speaking of weird experiments, we're gonna play some more Phoenix Wright today. Hey, so we are currently playing through Case 5. We started it last time around, I believe, which is the special bonus case added to the all the re-releases to the original Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, and it basically, we have been assigned, we have taken on the case, assigned I don't think is the right term, we have taken on the case to defend the Crown, I would say the Crown Prosecutor, I think that's not the right term, the Chief Prosecutor, that's it, because this does not take place in the UK. The Chief Prosecutor, who has been accused of murder, and it seems very, very likely right now that she is the person who did it. There is photographic evidence and everything, but it is our goal to make sure to prove that it actually wasn't her, and even she admits that she did it, and we're all like, hang on a minute, nope, something's wrong here, this isn't right, she definitely didn't do it. We also have her kid sister, who is assisting us in the kind of Maya Fey role. So it's kind of it's a bit of a play on the case 2 of the Mia and Maya trial. So I can see, which is obviously intentional in the game's brought it up a couple of times. But we are just going to carry on, and let's hope I remember plot details as they come, because like it's been a while. Try a latter. Right, this was February 23rd, 11:56 AM. District Court, defendant lobby number 2. Mr. Wright? Huh? What? Gotta pay attention, right? Are trials always like this with you? Like, you're swimming up from the bottom of a lake, about to reach the surface, but no matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get there. Oh, Emma. You don't know the half of it. Pretty much. Except today we're swimming in quicksand. So what happened to your sister anyway? Apparently she got called off to the judge's chambers. Probably something to do with that piece of cloth. So, this is where we turn this trial around, right? Our only weapon, and a tiny insignificant piece of cloth. I'm only starting to feel tiny and insignificant, to tell the truth. Ah, partner. Oh, crap, this guy. They say you show a red cloth to a bull, it'll fire up its temper. That's what they told me when I was young, at least. Officer Marshall! Thought I'd come take a look, see how the trial's going. Looks like I'm late. They got the home ranch locked down and even tied in the fort in enemy territory. That hard stuff out, huh? What's going on over there anyway? All the police I've seen these last few days have been really on edge. Don't you get on enough in your plate without worrying about our people, compadre? Could be worrying about the chief prosecutor's tasting mufflers, for example. Officer Marshall? Oh, muffler thing didn't have anything to do with scarves. She wasn't even wearing a scarf. You don't say. Now, don't that just beat all? Hmm? I've seen the red breeze blow their slender neck many a time. I saw it that day too. She was wearing a red muffler. What? At the award ceremony that afternoon. Edgeworth seen it too, I reckon. What does that mean? In the photograph taken at the crime scene, she wasn't wearing a scarf. So, Miss Starr wasn't mistaken. Well, it's about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you gotta grab the bull by the horns. And sometimes you just gotta let that bull go where it will. Time will tell. Ugh. I have a bad feeling about this. So, what are we swimming in now? What are we swimming in now, Mr. Wright? If it's steak sauce, I can hook you up some fine ribs. Ooh-wee! This guy. February 23rd, 12:52 p.m. District Courtroom number 9. Gavel! I'd like to resume. What's up? The judge keeps looking over at the prosecution. Is something wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? Your face is blue, your lips are purple, you're sweating bullets. Sounds like you got a case of court fever. That furrowed brow, those grinding teeth, those watery eyes. What's more, your eyes are unfocused. You're doubled over. Your back is bent. It can't be. This can't happen. I wonder what happened to Mr. Edgeworth. Well then, I believe it is time we continue on with this trial. During our recess, I had requested that the prosecution conduct an investigation. This is unacceptable. Seems our prosecutor is quite beside himself. Excuse me, knock knock. Who's there? Who the hell's this guy? What's with this guy? A strange stuffy aura seems to be filling the courtroom. He looks like an owl in a suit. Hootie and the blowhard. Hey, temperature rose 5.7 degrees when that man came in. Who on earth is he? Well, say something. Ah, it's you. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And you are? Oh. Oh. Sorry I'm late, Edgy. The roads were packed. It's just me. Long time no see, huh, Edgy? How you been? Swim much these days? Hello. No, I've been so busy. Busy? Busy's busy, Edgy. My boy. You have to make time to relax. Yes. Yes, indeed. Edgy? Seems to be his nickname for the judge? I'm afraid you're right. Very afraid. Sorry, but who are you? So you're Righto, the attorney. I've heard good things about you, son. Thanks. So sorry about the little Worthy giving you all the trouble, eh? You know, we should all go swimming together sometime. Jolly! Little Worthy? Mr. Wright, you don't know the District Chief of Police? Chief of Police? He's the top-ranking police officer in the entire district. Name's Gant. Damon Gant. Pleased to meet you, everyone. So, what do we owe this honor today? It's been over 2 years since you came to this courtroom, hasn't it? Well, it's Worthy here. Look at the poor fellow. I just thought I'd help out by bringing this. Hey, that's my sister's muffler. So, Miss Star wasn't just saying things. When the crime occurred, Miss Sky really was wearing that muffler. But to think that it was stuck in the exhaust pipe. On little Worthy's car, no less. It's really quite embarrassing, even for us. What's this? It's what you call a switchblade knife. Quite perplexing, this. Chief? What kind of outfit are you running? Mr. Edgeworth. How could they miss a vital piece of evidence? If your investigators are this lax, how do you expect us to do our job? No, wait a minute, Worthy. I have no desire to hear your excuses. I'm telling you to wait. Or didn't you hear me? Have a look at this document, where it says, person in charge of investigation. There's no mistaking that signature, is there? Miles Edgeworth. That is not fair. On the day of the crime, I had... You're head in the clouds because you got that award. I know how you feel. But you're the person in charge. I'll expect a written apology. What? Are you serious? Don't be so upset. We'll find a way to clear up this mess that you made. Ooh, sick burn. This is the first time I've seen Mr. Edgeworth at a loss of words. Gavel! This kind of major blunder is unlike you, Edgeworth. Gah. The court accepts this new evidence. But I'd like to ask the defense favor first. Yes? Just to be sure. I'd like to take a look at the blade of this knife. The blade, Your Honor? Well, I don't see why not. Could you open it up for me, I wonder? Yes. Well, I think all you have to do is push that switch and... If I cut my finger, Mr. Wright, I won't be able to pound my gavel anymore. Yeah, but if I cut my finger, I won't be able to point it at people anymore. Right. Hands up in court. Who doesn't need a finger? Come on, just hurry up and open it. Well, I guess we're opening it. There's a small tag on this knife. It seems to say SL9 2. What does that mean? Well, I've heard something similar. DL6. A DL6 incident fame. But it's strange. Huh? What is? I'm not certain, but I get the feeling I've seen this somewhere before. Letters like this, or letters that looked a lot like this, somehow. Wow! Don't scare me like that. I'm not only scared. Look at this knife blade. The tip is broken off. And this dark red stain. Blood? Nah, just ketchup. Whoever had it clearly took it to a restaurant and they didn't have any knives and forks available. This does not excuse the actions of the police department. I would like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself. I'm terribly sorry, but can I ask you to testify for us about the split between the prosecutors and the police? And this knife. Sure thing. Not a problem. Not even a little one, really. His tie is very weird. I've been looking at it for a while and I'm like, why would you have a cross tie? This knife is special, but I can't say how here. At a trial. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. The detective was killed at the police department. See? What a mess. Time of the crime? 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? Not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it. What? There was a murder at the police department? A detective? That's hush-hush information, Edgy. We haven't exactly announced it yet. Wait a second. You said 5:15? That's the exact time that Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. Order! Anyway, we at the department were all flustered, as you might well assume. We're in the middle of a top secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay? I think we understand the police department situation. Well, Mr. Wright. 2 detectives killed at the same time in 2 different places. Chances of that are really slim. Scientifically speaking, of course. I'd like to exercise my right to cross-examine the witness. Very well. However, keep your questions focused on the case in hand. Cyber special, can't say how to. Well, I'm going to press him on that. Excuse me, special? Hard to come by this particular knife anywhere else. Might that special thing be this little tag? Sorry, Rhino, but I can't say that now. Not that. We've established the knife in Goodman's chest was this knife. Now, why was there another knife at the scene of the crime? That's quite a mystery. And like a mystery, it's wrapped in something. A muffler. Unless there's evidence to prove connection between this knife and Goodman. Press. This knife was found on the scene of our crime. I think that makes it connected to the case, don't you? See, there's a lot of things that go on in the department that I can't explain. It's delicate, okay? Sorry, Rhino. Maybe there's something about the knife that will give us a clue. Let's examine that knife while we can, Writer. Evidence that links the knife to Detective Goodman. I think that perhaps the pieces are falling into place. I should try presenting a piece of evidence that's how we stuck this whole time. So, how were things down in the Zip department? That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape during the investigation. So it happened at the police department too, huh? You got a good look in your eyes there, right, my boy? Sharp. Hungry. So, something did happen. And why wasn't I informed? Why were you informed? Well, why didn't you ask? No matter. I understand. You were busy. What with Lana's case and all. Well, what happened? What happened at the police department that day? Detective was killed at the police department. See what a mess. On the same day, the detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot. Another detective was killed at the police department. That's a fact. Surprising, isn't it, Angie? I'm at a loss for words. And the perpetrator? Do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. Just arrested? That was quick. But, still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you could help, Rilo. Suppose I could help. You help by giving me data on your case. Oh, good one. Let's get sharp. Okay, here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing and one thing only. Well, we know when the victim died, because it's already said it was 5:15. And he was found in the police department. So, how, I guess? Well, how was the detective killed? How was he killed? Well, now that's the interesting part. There's robbery in the force called a stabbing with a knife. The knife? That's exactly the same as Detective Goodman. That's the spirit. We're cooking now. But you know, that's not the only thing that was exactly the same. But what do you mean? There were more similarities between the two cases and the cause of death. Seems like I'm going to have to press this a little harder. Five 5:15? But that's when Detective Goodman was killed in the prosecutor's office. What? Funny, isn't it? A murder at the prosecutor's place and a murder at our place at the very same time. What are the chances? Coincidence? It's just my gut feeling, but I'd say there's a 0.01% chance of that happening. Chief Gant, please tell us more about the incident. Not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it. How can you say there's no connection? How? Because I'm the chief of police. I can't just say anything I please, Rhino. You understand? Try to understand, Rhino. Well, if you can prove there's a connection, more power to you. Maybe there is something that ties the two murders together. Whatever it is, I better find it and get to the bottom of this. Well, you know, maybe that's something the police could handle? Two detectives were killed at 5:15. One at the prosecutor's office, and one at the police department. That can't be a coincidence. And the knife! What was it doing there? I better check this knife out. This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Excuse me, special? Mm-hmm. Hard to come by this particular knife anywhere else. Right, that special thing be still tag? Oh, yeah. What if we present... Is there anything else about this knife that's worth commenting on? We pressed this already. Yeah, we have. Yeah, I remember this. I don't know if this is gonna... No, that's not the right place to use this. What target life says SL9. So just mean not sure. So some what's written in the tag, it wasn't that long ago either. So British good man ID Wabadab. No better. Wabadab, well, it does have a ring to it. My point! Exactly. Ooh, look at that low res font. Smell plate here. Looks like the names of the previous descendants are engraved on it. Wow, does this a bunch of times. Oh yeah. So what does this have to do with the crime at the moment? Oh crap! Oh, it's upside down! It says SL9 and then 221. Hang on. This is it. Wait a second. Ah, at last. An honest to goodness objection. This knife. Yeah, this has something to do with Detective Goodman.
What do you mean?
Ah, my goodness, what do you mean, Mudgy? This is great. He's having the time of his life, this guy. Look at the tag on this knife. It reads SL92.
And this is important. Why?
Over here we also have the memo that's on the victim of the body.
What's this? 6 minus 7s. 12-2.
Your Honor, it's upside down.
Upside.
The printed name in the memo makes it look like it's right side up. But turn it round and what do you get? SL9. Whoever wrote this note was holding the paper upside down.
SL9? That's the same thing that's written on the knife's tag. Order, order. Well, Chief.
Well, I guess the cat's out of the bag. You win, Rhino. I win?
What game is this guy playing?
This knife was evidence in the case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. Okay, I'm gonna press on that. So this knife was stolen? Yes, on the day of the murder. It was evidence, you say? Was it, in fact, a murder weapon? Nice. Good show, little Worthy. It was a murder weapon as it happens. It was evidence from a case long since solved. That was a weird reading from me. So this knife was stolen on the day of the murder, and was found in the exhaust pipe of Edgeworth's car. Hard to think there isn't a connection there. That was a bad day for the department. So we need to present we've checked the knife out. I can't think of anything else that... There's evidence in the case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. And I know we pressed this already, but I want to just press again just to be... So someone's on the day of the murder, someone stole the knife from the evidence room, and it was from a case that had previously been solved. But what was the case that had been solved, and who's stolen the knife is the big questions, I guess. What's the bit of evidence we need to present? Because there's no connection. How? Because I'm chief police. Can't say anything, please. I don't want to present that again because I don't know if that will tie the two together, even though it makes sense. I'll try it. No. Yeah, don't know, but I thought that would work. I know we pressed already, but can we get... where the victim was found. Crime took place in the evidence room. Okay, so if the crime took place in the evidence room, then the knife wasn't stolen out of the evidence room. The evidence room didn't mention that in testimony just now. Stolen from the department's evidence room. So for it clearly what. There's a connection between the two cases. Seem happy, Mr. Wright. Happy? We just got handed our ticket to go to town in this case. The link between the two cases established, we may finally have some leverage. Now we can get Grant to testify about the details. So if we present the knife again here, will that... No.
I'm not sure I'm rolling.
We can adjust the okay. I'm gonna have to start this whole thing again, I think. Okay, when the victim died.
Oh boy, you're gonna love this.
Chief, the defense's position is to be this. Connection between these two cases has already been proven. Huh, you don't say?
Well, that will be right though.
What's your connection?
Yes, I'll go for Mr. Wright.
Connection is a place. Mention the testimony we just heard. What I found in the lot was stolen. From the police department's evidence room. Not to mention the victim had on him the case number of the knife's evidence tag. And we also know that the detective murdered at the police department was killed in that very same evidence room.
Indeed. Do seem to be too many connections for it to be a coincidence.
You two make a good pair.
Took my men 2 days to find out what you deduced right here.
Chief, I request you release your information on the victim at the police department.
See, that's the tricky part. Hasn't been announced yet. Oh.
Can we get the information unofficially?
Sure, why not? It's not official after all.
What? Really? Who would have guessed? I'll cooperate, but I can't reveal the name of the victim of the department, okay? If you're gonna tell us little, why not tell us everything? Ah, because case information is sticky stuff. You have to do everything properly. Oh well. Guess I might well try get what I need out of him. Victim's ID number? Okay, how about you telling me the victim's ID number?
Sure, why not?
It's like you'll be able to tell who it is from that. Of course not. You won't tell me their name after all. Keep it right, little ID numbers, so don't get your hopes up. Number is... Drum roll. 5842189.
Well, that's quite long.
And we have to remember these. It drives me nuts.
82. I can't do it. Oh, you didn't even get the first number right. Come on.
Well, Mr. Wright, does this tell you anything? The ID number of the victim of the police department. 584289. 189.
This tells me something.
Actually, it does, Your Honor. It does. I think.
Meaning?
Oh boy, here comes some classic Wright. Classic Wright stall technique.
What does this mean? Come on!
Well, let's hear
what the defense has to say. Say the ID number of the detective who was murdered at the police department. Tells you something? What does it tell you?
This is Goodman's ID.
Witness. What is it, Mr. Wright? You're grinning like a schoolgirl on prom night.
Wasn't the reference I was expecting that guy to pull, but sure. No, it just died. I got confused. And this is news? Huh? It just came out with both guns blazing, like you always do. Police department. The prosecutor's office. 2 places. 2 detectives murdered. At one time. Actually, I happen to have a police ID number here.
Oh, is it yours?
I'm a lawyer. You know this. No, Your Honor, I'm a defense attorney, remember? Although you basically act like a detective half the time, so... This is the ID number for our victim, Detective Goodman. Shame on you, Righto. Personnel IDs are top secret. Detective Goodman's ID number is... 58421811189.
And? This means what exactly?
Huh?
Wait, the ID number we had from the chief earlier. That's not very true. I've forgotten. You didn't even get the first number right. Again.
The number the chief of police gave us was 5842189. Wait a second, right? What does this mean? That's what I want to know. The two ID numbers are identical. In other words, the detective killed in the police department's evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What does our witness think about that? Oh, sharp as a tack, righto. Sharp as a tack. But wait, Detective Goodman is our victim. He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot. Oh, like a fine stew, the plot thickens. Yet, a Detective Bruce Goodman was also killed at the police department. In the evidence room at the exact same time. That is impossible. So what we're saying is, twins? The same person was killed at the same time? And in a completely different location?
Order, Chief. What does this mean?
No, what I want to know is, why didn't I hear about this? Yes, it's top secret to find, and that's why I didn't hear about it, but I'm the prosecutor in charge of the case. Now, just wait a second, Worthy. No need to get all flustered. Your Honor, the police department has made a grave error in this case. Wait. I said wait. Or didn't you hear me? Ugh. The oversight, the grave error? Mr. Edgeworth, they're yours. What? How dare... We informed you yesterday.
Oh, you Zimandaist them.
I believe it was Officer Meekins who brought you the news. Officer Meekins? Mr. Wright, where have we heard that name before? Oh, I remember him. He was like a delivery guy, right? Well, he seemed like a delivery guy. Wait. Ah! Excuse me, Mr. Edgeworth. Anyone on the premises? I'm here, sir. At the request of the chief, sir. I've got a report, sir. You don't mean him? According to Meekins, you didn't accept the report. Hard to believe. But, officer, he told me. He said that a report had nothing to do with the Lanasky incident. I mean, to be fair, he probably didn't think it did at the time. Detective Bruce Goodman murdered in the police department evidence room. Mr. Edgeworth, the victim's name is written right on the top of that report. Gah! Why didn't you officer tell me? Honestly, I'm not sure if that officer was capable of making the connection. He did seem challenged.
In any case, this is a serious error. A gross negligence of duty on your part, Worthy.
But sir, you could have submitted that report this morning to the court as evidence. Then I... Do you mean this there again?
No such luck this time, Worthy. Or should I say, unworthy.
What?
Now, what was the second rule of evidence law, huh? Well, Mr. Wright?
Huh? Oh, well, it's, rule number 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And how is this rule relevant?
Normally you submit all the list of evidence to be used in the court for a trial. This report wasn't on that list. So, what does this mean? I couldn't submit this evidence until a connection was proven in court. The connection was just proven by Wright over here. Great job, Wright, my boy.
Huh? I was just doing my job. No. No!
You've got burnt! It seems we have come to the end of this trial. And things have just gotten even more complicated. I know you're going for a tough one, Worthy. What with all these rumours?
You were even in the defendant's chair just this past December. I apologize for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part.
Mr. Edgeworth?
Please, just give me one more day. Another day, another destiny. The men who came for me will surely come a second time. I don't remember the words to that song. I'll get to the bottom of what happened, if it's the last thing I do.
You better get results this time. Really.
You have my profound apologies, sir.
Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I don't think there's ever been an error this serious in the history of this court.
Jesus.
I will grant one further day as the prosecution has requested. Will that be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, Your Honour. Thank you.
Whatever your punishment for this is, for your sake, I hope it's not decisive. Gallo! Very well. Court is adjourned. Judge out. To be continued.
February 23rd, 2:15 PM. Wright and Law offices. Mr. Wright. So, what's going on with the case anyway? I'm a little confused. Huh? Well, let's see.
What is going on?
The victim, Detective Bruce Goodman, was stabbed to death after 5 PM on the 21st. He died in the prosecutor's parking lot and the police department's evidence room. What's this and evidence room part? The prosecutor's office and police department are 30 minutes apart by car. Well, that's what we're going to find out. Or at least try to. Alright, let's do it.
Badger's in good spirits, but I'm not sure she's going to be much help with this.
Don't be so sure, Mr. Wright. Huh? Look, we're in this together, right? I'll prove these thick rimmed glasses of mine aren't just for show.
Let's go! Science awaits us!
You know, I really don't think we should worry about the police department murder. I have a very strong suspicion we will have to worry about the police department murder. There wasn't even a body found there. Who cares? That's a point. Yeah, then there must have been a body found there because otherwise it wouldn't have. Otherwise it wouldn't be a murder. It doesn't even make any sense. Yeah, it was only our victim who was killed in their evidence room. No biggie. Besides, my sister would never do such a thing. I know it. Is it oil drum? Was it empty? The oil drum kicked over the chief prosecutor. It was brimming with water. My sister raising evidence at the crime scene? Never. Even though she says they don't get along, Emma really likes her sister. That's not it at all. Just... we're both professionals at what we do, and I trust her. Big words for a high school student. Well, whether there was blood on the floor or not, the water in that oil drum washed it all away. Hehe. You want the strength of my science at your own peril, Mr. Wright. Huh? What's that grin for? The situation calls for one thing, and that is... luminal dusting fluid! Yeah! As I always say. Luminal? Bloody sticky stuff, you know. You can't just wash it away with the water. Even if you can't see it, it's still there. But wouldn't the police have already done those tests? Never trust anyone's eyes but your own, Mr. Wright. Just give it a try. Me? Why do I have to do it? I'm a minor. I can't even drink it. We're testing bloodstains with this stuff, not drinking it. Here, look, I'll lend you these glasses. Huh? You had no extra pair of those things? Whoa! Oh, we're in Virtual Boy mode now. Just for a blood reaction, spray luminal on it. Like this, see? Nah. So this was evidently used to make use of the DS's touchscreen, right? Press enter to spray it on. Okay, let's find out some bloodstains. Hang on. I can see her eyes shining behind his glasses. So this is a bloodstain? I am very worried for you, Phoenix, in your career if you do not know what a bloodstain is. It's so ugh. Emma, you're shaking. It's just... this is my first time seeing real blood. Scientific investigation is in action. Okay, well, definitely this is a bloodstain. But doesn't something strike you as odd? Scientifically speaking, of course. I mean, scientifically, yeah, obviously. What's odd about this? Scientifically. Bloodstain's location? I don't know. Well, of course, the bloodstain's location, of course. It's elementary. Huh? Why is that elementary? I mean, I would think that if there was a fight, you'd expect some bloodstains here. I suppose you might think that. Come on, Mr. Wright, we're all counting on you. There is something odd about that bloodstain. But if it's not the location of the blood, then maybe. Maybe it's the amount of blood that's odd? I definitely think so. I mean, look at the blood in the sole of the victim's shoe. It is pretty strange. If they fought here, there'd be probably way more blood than this. Hey, Mr. Wright? I'm gonna mark up the floor plan when we find a bloodstain, okay? See? Pretty handy to have around, right? Yeah. And this stuff's pretty handy too. I saved up my allowance to buy that. Luminol testing fluid received from one very proud-looking Emma Sky. Can't be sure that the police will reveal all their evidence in court. Sometimes they fail to mention evidence that doesn't fit their view of the case. Then let's drag that hidden evidence out in the light of day. Yeah! Looks like we're really investigating a crime now, doesn't it? Should I just give this thing a spray on anything suspicious? Ah! Oh, it's you. I wonder how that fluid of yours will react to a nice deli box. Probably not well. Miss Star. You really trust your own eyes, hmm? Not bad, you two. This day your daily box is on the house. I'll pass, thanks. Sorry, it's just that kind of lead doesn't get my mouth watering. Today's trial. You certainly put me on a tight spot today. My apologies, Miss Starbuck. No, 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 it's okay. It was my fault. Oh, we know. She's honest about it. I witnessed everything from that security room right there. But I was afraid that wouldn't sound convincing enough, you see. I was wrong to think that. I'm sorry. Sorry? You lied on the witness stand. That's unforgivable. Little girl, don't forget what's important. Even if the place I witnessed the events from was different, I still saw what I saw. I saw police prosecutor Sky stab a man in cold blood. That testimony still stands. Ah. I swear it on my honor as a detective. She stabbed Goodman. I know this photograph has something important to tell us, but what? So, you were a detective, weren't you, Miss Stark? Yes, it was a long time ago. Well, 2 years ago. No matter how hardened the criminal, when they faced me, they coughed it up. Coughed it up? They confess. They babble like babies. You know. I may even seem like a demon sometimes, but I could be an angel too. I wouldn't doubt it. Every day, I dragged the dirt out of the mouths of the suspect after suspect. And before long, they called me Cough Up Queen. Oh, and here I thought someone had gotten food poisoning from your lunches. And you were let go, fired. I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if these primitive prosecutors hadn't let me go, I'd still be went to, oh right, yeah, she like hates prosecutors, which is why I think her testimony is a bit sus. It's all because of that case. The SL9 incident. Oh. Speak more on this. SL9? Wait, she doesn't mean... right, I'm going to present that knife. What do you think about this? The SL9 incident. It's written on that knife. And on that note. Goodman. Goodman was the head detective on that case, you know. Really? The knife was evidence from that case. The murder weapon. It was due for transfer on the very day that Goodman was killed. As I suspected. SL isn't over. Not yet. Do you think you could tell us more about the SL9 incident? The SL9 was written on that knife, on that notes. Goodman. I had one of those times 2 years ago. Remember when you were the coffee queen, right? Found this ID card right here in this parking lot. Well, it's no mistaking it, it's definitely Goodman's. But, same idea as a man who was killed at the police department. That's impossible. I wish I could be so sure. So Mr. I climbed over this fence? It seems so, yeah. The fence is 90 feet tall high. Well, on time at the present, I'll give it a try. Eek! It's okay, don't cry. Maybe there's a lunch around the Olympics team. Stroke, is it? Yeah, laid it in the outline of the victim's body. So wait, the victim must have died when the killer closed the trunk on him. You gotta be the only person I know who would come to that conclusion. Well, we can't get even more information out of her. Aha! A ladder! That's a start. I think that... Also, I didn't keep touching. Can't hear anything. My ears. My ears. Surround pressure. Yeah. That's okay, don't cry. Don't mind Sky's one strong woman. Right, is there anything else worth spraying? Nope. Why don't we go to the police department? It's even busier here today than it was yesterday. Detectives are running around so fast they're blurring. I suppose it makes sense a detective did get killed out here after all. So the evidence room. Scene of the crime. According to the pamphlet we've got at the front desk. Here it is. It's like a kid at the amusement park. Oh, a real crime scene. Let's go take a look. Oh no, I wonder whose office this might be. What's with the decor in this place? It's very eccentric. Gee, Phoenix, I don't know. Can you think of anyone who, you know, might dress up as a cowboy or be really into Western stuff that, you know, who works for the police department who might, you know, be interested in this stuff? Because I sure can't. According to the pamphlet, this is the guard station for the evidence room. So beyond that door is the evidence room. Scene of the crime. Sure seems that way. Oh. Oh. What's wrong? It's those cacti. They're so prickly. So imposing. It's hard to think straight. If you can't handle the cacti, stay out of the desert. What I want to know is, this is a guard station. Where's the guard? I think I know who he is already. Yipes, those sure are prickly. It must be the real deal. I think just one big one would be sufficient. These cacti are a lot like my sister, actually. How so? Cased in a cold, rigid shell, with spines pointing in every direction. Just like her. I'm not sure I see the resemblance. It's more an attitude thing than a physical similarity. There. There's a security guard uniform hanging here. It's more like a costume than a uniform, to be honest. Leather jacket, leather pants, a leather... What was that called again? A punchy, a paunchy, a pinchy? I know, a poochie! Wait, maybe that wasn't it. It's a poncho, but I think I'll keep that information for myself for the time being. Looks like there's a video feed from the evidence room here. There's a light blinking below the monitor. It says recording. Maybe we could use this computer to check out who went in and out of here. The swinging door makes the place like some kind of saloon. But look, it's nailed shut. You can't get in that way. Of course not. If you went in through here, the cactus would fall over. Ouch. I'd say it's more of a, it'd be more of a yarg myself. Then the room is beyond that door. Let's just walk in. Won't open. You thought it'd be open? I think we need someone's permission to go in there first. Yeah, and that's what I kind of want to do, but it's not. Letting me unless I have. Okay, look on the floor, a lasso. It's like it's set to trap something. A trap here? Wait, I know. Maybe someone was trying to catch a wild bull in here, but the lasso missed. Sure. You sure have an active imagination. Right, I think we're gonna have to. Actually, can we spray this area? Nope. I think we're gonna have to leave, go back to the main entrance. And maybe see if Gumshoe or the Chief's around. Wow, everyone looks deadly serious here. Well, there was a vicious murder of a detective down at the police department. Yes, but the same detective was also killed at the same time in the prosecutor's lot. Ugh, makes my head hurt. Well, first things first. Let's go check out the police department crime scene. Yes, you sound dead set on investigating. But don't mess up, or we could wind up dead. I doubt anyone wants more mysteries or dead bodies around here right now. But it doesn't look like anyone's going to help us much either. Bits of desks, so computers and files in each one, if only a lot to hide and expect. Guess detectives don't spend a lot of time at their desks. Mascot, Blue Badger. So that's a little change from the one outside. Oh well, Dancing Blue Badger is still under development, see. You have it trademarked?
Absolutely. It's cutting edge stuff.
Very now. Showed this doll here to my daughter and she burst into tears. Don't show her the new muck outside then. She'll give her nightmares. Must be the chief of detectives. It's glued to his computer screen. What? Detective killed in the evidence room? Tell them outside the police department. No, I told that lady at the restaurant everything. Someone's getting a demotion. Detective is himself. I know. Could have used. Put it between the latch and the door. The room could be sealed shut. This is a guy when the writers were for sure. He's not writing a report. He's writing a novel. Back to the in-ground parking lot. Who's the prosecutor's office? Anyone here we can talk to? Well, this place is as classy today as it was yesterday. I'm sure it'll still be just as classy tomorrow, Anna. Incidentally, Edgeworth's not here. sure he's off doing important investigations.
I hope that's what he's doing.
Guess I have to come back. Hey, chessboard. Not looking my best with the blues losing. But knights have surrounded the blue pawn. Swords are mounted knights. The swords have really sharp edges. Check out that poor pawn. His head is kind of spiky. Kind of reminds me of you. Mr. Edgeworth must have been an avid chess player. What's wrong, Mr. Wright? Edgeworth surrounding the pawn with spiky hair.
Nah, it's nothing.
Watch so high I can see my own reflection. What? Strange. Why did I just picture Detective Gumshoe? Maybe I take that name plaque as a souvenir. Don't. He'll sue you. My, what an amazing bouquet. No kidding, here's a card net. Back from the dead, Wendy. Wendy? I've heard that name somewhere before. And here beside it, a giant steel samurai. Wow, I want one. Huh? Something written on the bottom of his foot. Between the rock and the hard place, Wendy. Wendy? She Mr. Edgeworth's fiancée? No, it's all bag. I don't think so. Whoa, these are all case files? Edgeworth wasn't good with heights. Let's have someone get them for him. Strange, why they just picture Detective Gumshoe? He must study these case reports so closely. He's so cool. You wouldn't say that if you saw him sweating bullets up on that ladder. Okay, that's about as red as a sports car can get. Yep, it's pretty red, alright. The police find the Edgeworth's car trunk. And the lock on the trunk was broken too. The question is why this guy chooses his car. So, what model car is it? I think we'd call it a sedan or a coupe, something like that. Those are car types, Mr. Wright, not models. You're a guy, aren't you, Mr. Wright? You're supposed to know these things. It is about time I got my driver's license. So this is a famous divider. Drew helped us knock a hole in that testimony today. Come to think of it, the divider helped our case more than the actual witness. The Great Divider. Jump off the old parking block. It's just a wall, scientifically speaking. Look, a door, it's supposed to mean something. I'm not sure the doors mean anything. No, it won't open, it's a mysterious lock. Be able to see what's mysterious about it. Mr. Wright, you need to learn to enjoy life more. Let's finish our investigation first, shall we? I know, pretty sure we tried this already, but... Oh, hang on. This blood must be from when Lana... No! My sister isn't the murderer. But she did call you, didn't she? At the time of the crime? And the right hand is bandaged. Hey, just whose side you're on. This is nothing to do with taking sides. It's about the truth! So this means that the Lana's hand had blood in it. It just keeps getting worse. Okay. Hmm. So, I'm just stumped on what we do next. I mean, I guess we go back to the police department, back to the guard station. I feel like we need to like spray something somewhere, but like doesn't look like there's anything to spray. Take that, Marshall. Okay, why don't we look up get the guide up. It's hesitant I am to do that. Okay, so we need to give the crime photo to Angel. Okay, we can do that. Oh, I knew there was something missing from our chat with her, because I was did say, oh, we need to talk about the incident. I wasn't sure which one it would be that would sort of think about it. I could have taken that picture from the guard room, but even I get flustered sometimes. So you went straight to the scene of the crime? I rushed towards the chain link fence in the stop the murder. So I took this photo, yes. In other words, 5 minutes after the crime? Those 5 minutes are the whole problem. The whole of my testimony, as it were. 5 minutes weren't the problem, Miss Starr. You were lying was the problem. Listen, little girl. I've had my testimony disregarded before. And I wasn't going to have it disregarded again. Just like that time. That time? The incident really opened up my eyes to the truth. We're nothing to them. Disposable. Disposable? To who? 2 years ago. It was the biggest case I'd ever handled. The police and the prosecutors were desperate for decisive evidence. So they didn't solve it? On the contrary, it was solved quite cleanly. The criminal was caught and executed. Executed? Yes, the criminal got what was coming to him. Doesn't get any cleaner than that. The only problem was, we never did find decisive evidence. Not the shred. What? But the criminal was executed, right? On the basis of evidence. Of a sort. Made up evidence. What? You mean they executed someone with fabricated evidence? The best part came several months after the trial. Every detective involved with the case was dealt with. Some were demoted to patrolmen, others found themselves out of a job. And you're one of those. Myself, one other person you know well. Wait, could it be? Exactly. Detective Jake Marshall. Oops, I mean Police Department Security Detail Officer Jake Marshall. As professional detectives, we investigated that case from every angle. Jake was particularly determined. And then, it was over, and he was demoted. However, he hasn't forgotten, and neither have I. You haven't gotten SL9? There was another side to that case, a hidden side. It's what we're after now. And no one up in their fancy offices can stop us. Wait, those lunches you sell? There's only one reason I come to sell lunches in this accursed office. I come here to meet old friends. Boyfriends that can help me investigate. Start off boyfriends. How many did she have anyway? So all the detectives unless our mind have disappeared, we find new evidence. There has to be a connection. So, Rookie. But what? Seems like you're serious about investigating this case. Yes. Then you should take this. A Salisbury steak lunch? I know a certain guy who might help you if you tempt him for the street. Excellent, Officer Marshall in a good mood. Officer Marshall, see your, are you his... Are you going out? Why do you want to know? I was just wondering what happened to him. A long time ago when he was helping my sister do cases, he was so nice. Going so well with my sister, it made me jealous. And he was nice to me back then. If someone has a crush. This would be an Officer Marshall was a detective. But now he's so cold. Jake and I are merely cooperating in this investigation. We're putting the past to rest, as it were. Nothing more than that. I see. Thank you. Officer Jake Marshall. Right, I wonder if he's in the thing now. This place is charged with frantic energy as always. Please! Huh? Wasn't that?
One steak lunch, please. Oh, it's you.
Just a gumshoe.
Now's not the time for chit-chat, pal. I'm a busy man. What I really need is a steak lunch from Lunchland.
Oh, you mean one of these?
Actually, it's not for sale.
I think I just had the sound of his heart breaking.
Now's no time for despair. That comes later. We've caught our criminal. Now we just need evidence.
A criminal? You mean...
You heard about the stabbing in the police department evidence room, right, pal?
Remember when we did that? The same day the detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot? No detective was killed at the police department. And the perpetrator? You have a suspect?
Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. It's the biggest scandal to hit the station in ages.
But Detective Gumshoe, who was it?
Listen, pal. All I know is I need a steak lunch. Pronto. Standing around here talking isn't going to fill my belly.
Wait, don't leave.
You want more? Head down to the detention center, pal.
Questioning should be over, so I figure he's down there having a good cry.
Later.
He ran off to the evidence room. Well, this investigation is off to a running start. I guess we gotta go to the detention center, right? No, no one's that. I think we have to go via the... here. February 23rd, detention center, visitors room. Still do feel better about things, a little. I mean, they caught the person who stabbed Detective Goodman, didn't they? Yeah, I guess they did. Best not to go too far down that road right now. Things will just get confusing. What? What was that?
Sir, that's what I'm saying. Me? A perpetrator? I'd say I was a perpetrator against her. That's what I'd say.
Meekins?
Greetings, sir.
Wait, I know who you are.
Excuse me. But is Mr. Edgeworth anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief. Sir, I brought your report, sir.
Officer Meekins. Is your guard here at the detention center? No, he's Emma. He's clearly the one who's been arrested.
No, sir. I'm not, sir. I'm Little Lost Patrolman. Like a Little Lost Lamb, sir.
Oh, I get it. You're here to deliver a report?
No, sir. How should I say this, sir?
Wait, he isn't... Is he?
He is.
You, Officer Meekins. You didn't... Did you?
He did. Perpetrator Officer Meekins reporting, sir.
What? What? Now, this is an unexpected turn of events.
Sir, I'm a patrolman of General Affairs, sir. Sir!
Ow, I can hear you fine, Officer Meekins.
I had some business that day, sir, and so I went to the evidence room, sir. The guard station in front of me, the front of the room was empty, sir.
So, normally there's a guard at the evidence room?
That's right, sir, because the evidence is kept in the evidence room, sir.
Of course, that makes sense.
Now, the security officer. Did not have an officer marshal, sir.
The marshal?
Then, sir, I happened to glance at the security room floor, sir. That's why I saw him, sir. A suspicious person in the evidence room, sir. A suspicious person, sir.
The heck is this guy doing? So what happened then?
After that, sir, everything went white. I saw red. I blacked out, sir.
Emma, I think you stole your glasses.
And when I came to, I was here, in the detention center.
How long were you out? Days? Might I ask, what happened to your hands?
Sir, there was no one to bandage me, sir. So I did what I could to wrap it up, sir.
Bandage on his hands? Just like Miss Sky. Yet another similarity between this case and the one at the prosecutor's office. First things first, tell us how you hurt your hand. About your hand, did that happen during the course of the crime?
Well, you see, sir,
don't you think you should just confess?
But sir, sir, there was nothing I could do, sir, but...
Nothing you could do?
Sir, tell the truth, sir, nothing happened. When the detective pointed the knife at me, I just hollered, sir. The next thing I knew, I was unconscious, sir.
Next thing you knew, you were... Huh?
Then when I opened my eyes, I was alone in the evidence room, sir. All alone. Alone because Detective Goodman had disappeared.
What?
Then when I looked down, I was gushing blood from my hand, sir. Oh, the shock! Oh, the sorrow! Can you imagine how I felt?
The victim's body disappeared? Some story. Let me to pry. But you are the perpetrator, correct? You killed Detective Bruce Goodman in the evidence room, right?
Sir, please don't look at me with those sad puppy dog eyes, sir. You have to label me as a perpetrator or victim, sir. Label me victim!
I would, but you happen to be in detention and alive as well at that.
Ah, yes, well, that's true, sir. I suppose you could say that.
Did you know the victim, Detective Goodman?
Well, sir, if I had to label him as a stranger or a total stranger, then I'd say he leads heavily towards on the total stranger side, sir.
So you didn't know him?
Sir, I work in a tiny department, devoid of light or any other creature comforts.
Talk to HR about that, mate. That probably isn't particularly good for your mental health.
I don't know any detectives.
So, if he was a total stranger, why did you stab him?
Sir, I had no intention of killing him, sir. None. Nor have I any recollection of killing him, sir.
At least someone around here is more confused than I am. I'm gonna present this if this helps at all. Officer Meekins, this is for you. Eek! I'm scared of knives, sir. It's okay, I just wanted you to take a look at it. That's it, sir. Last night, sir. That's the one. I was an apple, sir. In my dream, sir. And I was being peeled. Someone get Mr. Freud in. I think we need some analysis on that statement. On second thought, you don't have to look at the knife. He's overreacting to the knife, but I guess he's been through a lot. I'm gonna present this as well. Do you think you can take a look at this? Hey, that's it, sir. That's it. That's it. That's what? My head was a blank until this very moment, sir. But, sir, now I remember. I remember, sir. You mean you remember what happened? Correct. That card. That card was the cause of it all. This ID card? Exactly, sir. That's exactly it. Nothing could be more exact, sir. Nothing. I better pry into this one a little more deeper. Can you tell me what it is you do remember? Well, sir, you might say I'm a little lost patrolman. Lost land lamb, if you will. I did know Mr. Detective Goodman who was in the evidence room. And that's why you thought he looked suspicious. So I entered the evidence room and I asked the man to show me his ID card. Well, that sounds pretty much for the book so far. That's right, sir. That's what I've been trying to tell you. So you asked Detective Goodman to show him his ID card. What did he do? That's the thing. Suddenly, he pointed the knife at me. What? Sir, I assure you I was as flustered as you are right now. So I whooped him and leapt at him. Detective Goodman pointed the knife at him. Do unto others poor as they do unto you. My own father's words, sir. But what happened then? Well, my eye, sir. Everything went white. Then I woke. I was here. Right. So, Officer Meekins, why was it they arrested you? What do you mean? What do you mean, Emma? Oh, I think I might have accidentally pressed that. Right. Let's look at what we know. Now, Officer Meekins didn't know Detective Goodman, and the victim whom he met at the scene of the crime didn't show his ID card. In other words, we have no way of knowing if the victim was really the victim. And if this body just disappeared from the evidence room, we don't even know if anyone actually died. That's it, sir. That's what I wanted to say. That is, I did something along those lines. Huh? But you still ended up here? They told me I had to be him, sir. On that day, at that time. Detective Goodman was definitely in the evidence room. That's what they said, sir. But you don't remember the events clearly? No, but the videotape is quite clear. Huh? Videotape? From the security camera. The crime, my crime, the crime I want to stamp out. It's there, it's me, it's on tape. And you wait until now to tell us this? I'm sorry, really sorry, sir. I'll hand over my badge. I don't deserve it. No thanks. Well, I have my own. Well, I guess we better go check out this crime scene. I'm off. Have fun. Okay, there might be more to that. Hey, Mr. Wright, look who's standing at the Chief Detective's desk. It's Police Chief Gant. And you're sure this is all? You know what it means if there is anything missing. Sir, I'm sure it's most likely totally perfect. Just under seat cushion under his computer monitor inside his personal coffee machine. I see. Well, if anything does turn up, call me right away, deal? Yes, sir. We'll scour the place again, sir. Chief Detective looks a little flustered. Ah, righto, my boy. How you been? Swim much? Since like what, an hour ago? No. Oh, Chief Gant, reporting for duty, sir. Why are you sleeping, Mr. Wright? No, I'm scared. Is Edgeworth gonna be okay? Oh, Worthy? You know, they're just doing a little inquiry committee with him. Sounds like an inquisition. Well, yeah, well, they've had no other trouble with the boy since last year. You mean the incident on Gold Lake? Doesn't look like good having a top prosecutor sit the defendant's seat, does it? And you got someone else found guilty in that case, right, Righto? From Karma. Legend he was, undefeated in his 40-year career. But in court you fixed it, so he was caught for forging evidence. Well, wait. He didn't do anything wrong. He did forge evidence. In any case, prosecutor's office is a bit of turmoil, as you might say. Why, they'd do just anything to restore their reputation. Now, depending on what inquiry committee decides, it could be bad for Worthy. But what? It's downright odd, I tell you. Detective getting killed in the home turf, too, I mean. That being prosecutors, I assume. Scientifically speaking, it's impossible. Yes, but that's what the evidence is saying. Goodman was stabbed in 2 locations at the same time, that's what it says. What evidence is this? Oh, no, Ryder, I can't just give away all the secrets just like that. Well, it would make this case a lot easier if you did, but... fine. This in particular, well, it's a little sensitive, and I can't talk about it. And I wasn't expecting much anyway. You know, one thing I hate most of all is hunting stuff. Secrets. I can't stand them. Which is why, obviously, you know, you're not telling us about the case details. But, you know, it's a full-time job just keeping the chief of detectives' trap shut. Yeah, the guy's a bit of a loudmouth at that point. Ah, he was the one you were picking on earlier. Huh? You saw that? Whoops. I wonder what that was. What it was he wanted the chief detective to do. Let's see if we can kind of discreetly ask him too. Psst. Oh, sorry, I had to see that. What exactly did the chief police want from you today? So I'll see over there. That's Goodman's desk. He wanted me to check for anything that might be a clue. Just go away every last piece of garbage in the trash can. Is nothing wrong with Detective Goodman still here? Of course not. Well, except for this. What? You kept something? Sure, why not? It's not important. You didn't even finish writing it. So the lost item report, but it's only half complete. What's the item? Detective Goodman lose something? Deadline is February 21st. Ooh. Been making that in case. I should really get back to the police department and police department crime scene. What if I show this to you? So for Bruce Goodman, ID 5 scratched out. It's a lost dance report. You can take a look at this. Oh, that's alright, though. I'm through with that stuff. Through, I say. Go find that guy who can't seem to sit still out there. The busy one. Guy who can't sit still. Does he mean Detective Gumshoe? Oh, the him of Dance with Badger. Alright. We can do that. He's not here. Of course he isn't. Actually, I was wondering, can I ask you a favour? Well, I thought the day will come when Wright will ask me for help. I was wondering if we could investigate the evidence room. Now, Righto. Actually, I'm sorry, I don't need to investigate after all. Righto, please. Do I look like a selfish man? No? Huh? Heck, if anyone asks me, sir, can I borrow $50? I give him $50, no problem. So, go ahead. Investigate that room to your heart's content. Knock yourself out. It just goes to show. You never know until you ask. And for you? Yeah, you can borrow this. Huh? Hey, this is a defective ID card, isn't it? That's a special card for guests. Don't lose it. Yes, sir. It's on there. Now, try along, do your best now. Later, folks. Heh. Looks pretty cool on my lapel, doesn't it? Just think, a real ID. You seem happy. Yes, sir, because we get to go to the evidence room now, sir. I think this place is a bad influence on the girl. Alright, let's go. And change on that door. And we have the ID from Chief Gant. Let's just walk in. We're open. Ah, the card reader is turned off, see? What was that security card thinking? Howdy, partners. Well, what's made my Bambina's sky so grey? Oh no. The Western music is intensifying. Oh, there's a marshal. Oh, why's that to be him? What's that to be him look for? As you may have surmised, here's my saloon. We're here to investigate the crime scene. Yeehaw! That card you got there on your chest? That's bearing the sheriff's badge in these parts. Yeehaw? Well, what are you standing there for? Get along, little doggies. Crime scene's waiting. Beep. Looks like the card reader's on again. While we're here, I was wondering if we could ask you some questions. Sorry, cowboy, but I got no mind to tangle with you, hombres. You're busy then? Did I say that? I only said that I didn't wish to speak with you. Actually, you said you had no mind to tangle with us, hombres. I was wondering if we could talk to you. Sorry, Bambina. But I'm off to roam the lands, like a tumbleweed in the wide prairie. Like a gunslinger loading his six-shooter, I say a little prayer. Grog! What was that all about, Mr. Wright? I think he was just too hungry to talk. Just saying that because his stomach was growling. You have no idea what he was talking about either. Well, in any case, we need to get cracking on this investigation project. I'm trying to talk to you. Sorry, Ed. Right, we need to give him the lunch. Give him the steak! I don't know if there's water, I can almost hear the sound of the steak frying on the grill. No doubt it's cold and tough by now. No, I'm sure it's just Michelle Starp or at heart into making this. As long as she didn't put any other organs in there. Let's see, ingredients. Meat. Sure, that'll pass the test. She must mean beef. She probably just wrote it generically. Yeah, let's hope so. Of course, as a scientist, I have to check what additives to use. Go to town. Huh? It says here, hours of sweat and labour. So that's why the sauce is so salty. That smell. Ah, reminds me of Texas. So, Officer Marshall, you're from Texas? Nah, I just saw a special on TV the other day. Is this from my baby? Yeah, Miss Star. Well, what's this? What's wrong? A filet steak lunch? I see. I don't see. Wonder what it means. Steak lunch given to Officer Marshall. Alright, Bambina. You win. Ask him anything. Finally, it seems like he's willing to talk. Officer Marshall, you're in charge of security for the evidence room, right? You got good ass, partner. It's an easy job. I'm grateful for it. Actually, Officer Meekins at the detention center told us. That poor little doggy. Poor guy. I keep getting his name wrong and calling him Meekly. He told us something. He said that when the stabbing occurred, you weren't at your station. Well, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this. But since I got demoted from detective 2 years ago, well, it might not look like it, but I lost my fire for the job, you know. So, what were you doing around 5:15 when the murder took place? Well, I reckon I was galloping down the highway on the back of my steed, Zippy. Note, he was riding down the highway on his horse named Zippy. There's no need for people here anyhow. These newfangled machines do a bang-up job of keeping an eye on the place. You mean the security camera system? I don't take much to machines. Kinda like that stewed broccoli they sneak in next to your steak, you know? Miss Star told us something. Said you were a detective until 2 years ago. It's always my dream to be a rawhide wrangler on the scene of the crime. That's all gone now. Like a drinking hole in a prairie fire. You're still investigating the SR9 incident with Star, aren't you? That was my case. It's all solved on the record books. It smells like a bad game of poker. I can't let it go. That's all there is to it. What kind of case was it anyway? We've heard the name so many times that no one actually tells us what actually happened. There are some things you're better off not knowing, Bambina. Anyhow, that case is officially dead as of 2 days ago. 2 days ago. The day of our case. That's right, the evidence transferals. Actually, we're talking about transferals too. I know that maybe 2 of the machines in here. What? Maybe 2 of the machines in here do? I'm losing the voice. Oh, only 2? There must be a dozen. Like I said, Bambina, mere machines, well, I like them about as much as I like stewed cauliflower with my steaks. Easiest ones to understand the ones here are these here security cameras. Those are the ones Officer Meekins mentioned. Nothing happens. Tapes are automatically raised every few hours. And Officer Meekins and Detective Goodman, are they on one of those tapes? I reckon they might be. You're a security guard, and you reckon? God, he really does not care about his job. One more thing. When you go in the evidence room, you need an ID card. That's the card reader by the door. Card reader leaves a record of every ID card that passes through. So this is the ID card record. Hey, I've seen that somewhere before. Sorry, Bambina, I can't show you more than that. Huh? I haven't heard whether this relates to the case yet. I mean, it probably is a bit detailing who went in and out of the room. That's right, I saw a number on that record just now. I've seen that number before. Maybe there's some way I can prove that record is tied to the stabbing. Is it that one of the numbers is Goodman's? Sorry, but could you explain what this whole transfer thing's about? We keep We keep only evidence from solved cases in this room. They're kept here in the presiding detective's supervision for 2 years. So we can reinvestigate them if it turns out that was a mistake, see? So what happens to the evidence after 2 years? It goes to sleep forever in the underground vault of the county sheriff's department. That's what we call transferal. We do it every February. I see now. Transferal is like a funeral for all cases. 2 years after a case is solved, it's closed forever. Dead. Never to be reopened again. Never to be reinvestigated. And that happened to be SL9 2 days ago. Is there anything else we can... I'll present that, see if he has anything to say about it. Sheriff's back in the Wild West didn't place too much faith in evidence. Thought the only thing they trusted was their shooting hand. This is neither Wild nor West out here. Aha, ah. But that and this are two entirely different things. I guess so? Huh? Wait, I'm lost. Looks like we need some evidence to get anywhere with this guy. Represent this. Okay, that's it. I'll turn on the card reader. Go have yourself a ball, partners. And I have the ID card, a real ID card. Let's get this investigation started anyway. February 23rd. Evidence room, sector 3. It's quiet. The investigation must be over here. So this is the evidence room. It really is kind of like a graveyard. Graveyards are supposed to have grass and trees. This feels more like a morgue. Nice try, Mr. Wright, but you can't think of me. Hey, Gumshoe. Eek. Whoa. Sorry, I thought you were a ghost. I wouldn't recommend going around smacking ghosts in the head, pal. So it's true what I heard? Oh yeah, please don't look at selfish man. Blah blah. Yeah, it's true. So, Chief of Police can't. Will loan anyone $50? Even me? I mean, yeah, if you bounced nicely, I guess. So that's what you were talking about. Actually, I was putting in charge of the investigation for today. Just for today? Boss for a day. But guess what? You got permission from the chief? So now you're boss for a day. Gee, thanks. First of all, you'll want to have this. Evidence room floor plans added to the court record. So, Detective Gumshoe, you're boss for a day? That's right. It's an honor. After all, the murder took place right here in the police department. And if you're a boss, why are you all alone? Where are your underlings? They're using yesterday's findings to prepare for tomorrow's trial. In other words, you got kicked out of the investigation. Again. I'm adamant, though. I'm gonna take control and put this case to rest. My own evidence locker, pal. You have a locker in here too, Gumshoe? Of course. I am a detective after all. You gave me a locker that only I can open, pal. Only you can open? I'll always believe in Mr. Edgeworth, no matter what happens. So Mr. Edgeworth is with the inquiry committee right now, right? They're trying to figure out who is responsible for the mess up in the court today. I see. I guess this is what you call fate. Mr. Edgeworth just can't get away from that case. That case? Yeah, that case. The SL9 incident, of course. That was the beginning of the end of Mr. Edgeworth. I thought the gold case was the beginning of the end of Mr. Edgeworth. I'll bring you back in to tell us more about the case. This place is more high-tech than you might think. Every locker is fixed so only one detective can open it. Using their ID card? Well, that's the thing, pal. ID cards can be lost. Why, I'm on my third card since entering the force already. Sounds like a lot. Yeah, but even my card losing my right hand. Right hand? Oh, you mean your fingerprint? Exactly, pal. The lock for each locker is coded with a fingerprint. That was loud. So the only locker we can open is our own. Funny, you look like normal lockers. These are the latest model. There's a trick to the handles, see? The handles? On the other side of their handles is a sensor. If the wrong person touches it, bzz, you get a shock. That's the problem my hand was black and smoking every day. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There are even some people in the forces who don't even know about fingerprint locks. Interesting. There's something sticking out of here. Looks like a shirt. Must be some evidence for some case. What shades of gumshoe put this in here? There we go, pal, making it have to be some kind of slog. I'm not responsible for the evidence here. That said, but the evidence locker was open recently. How'd you know? Leave things like hang out like that, the evidence gets dirty or ripped. Guard checks in on that kind of stuff and notifies the detective responsible. How many times I had them breathing down my neck about some silly evidence? Sounds like Detective Gumshoe leaves a lot of evidence hanging out a lot too. But he doesn't tuck in his shirt and underneath that trench coat either. You're gonna talk behind someone's back, don't do it right in front of them, pal. Well, that's us told. Evidence, place to fill stuff with evidence, stuff for dreams. I'm not sure about dreams. What happened? Did you really think it was? Hey pal, security is high tech around here. Wow, look at this big pile of junk in the corner. Looks like a car door. It's a pair of handcuffs attached to the frame. Maybe the guy they caught was some kind of escape artist and got away. Hey, that's one of those human profiles for range testing. He's been shot square in the forehead. Better him than us. Some sort of bulky equipment instead of having dust here. Oh, it's the metal detector in the fishing rod from case 4. What sort of looking fishing pole it is? Ah! That's my personal pole. I never did get around to using it. Wait, I've seen that somewhere before. Right, pal, that's the metal detector. The one that led to solving of that case out in Gold Lake, remember? Oh, right. Oh, that feels like it was ages ago. And I don't think I've seen this one before. Oh, that's a big bug sweeper. I'm sure it will come in handy in solving some case sooner or later. Geez, that's some real thick foreshadowing. A cheap looking box? Can't judge a person or a machine by that cover. You gotta look at that heart. Oh. Oh. Oh, that's definitely suspicious. What's this? Blood? It's a little warm, but there's definitely a handprint here. It's like someone tried to wipe it off. Mr. Wright! Well, there are blood stains left in the room. We should use a testing fluid to check it out. Sounds like a good plan. Virtual Boy mode. I knew it! It's a Navi hand! This is someone's right handprint. What? What's the matter, detective? This locker, it's mine. It's yours? Please, you have to help me when they come to take me away. Promise you'll testify they wouldn't hurt or harm a fly. You'll do that for me, won't you, pals? This is an important clue. I'll jot it down on the floor plans. I'm counting on you guys. Believe me, you can't trust the police. What? But you're a detective. Anyway, there's this also. That must have been one massive pool of blood. Never seen anything like it. I'm not a professional. What's your opinion, detective? Pale blue blood. Maybe Detective Goodman. Was that you, an alien? It's proof that something really happened in front of this locker. Make a note of it on the floor plans. Hey, if you didn't want my opinion, you shouldn't have asked. Right, is there anything else that can be sprayed or... Represent the... Allow me to say one thing, speaking as a detective. If I see a piece of evidence I know nothing about, I say nothing. Nothing. That's fine. You bet it's fine, pal. What do you think about this? Okay, right, that's not... What about this? Detective Goodman's note and the switchblade knife. I bet Edgeworth was the most surprised out of anyone. Because of the SL9 connection? That was Mr. Edgeworth's first big case, you know, 2 years ago. That was the first time the world knew Edgeworth was a man to be feared. But why would evidence from that case stand up now? I guess it's not over, pal. Maybe there are some loose ends left on that case. Maybe. That's the victim to Goodman's ID card. These days, everything's cards and secret numbers. I can never relax. It's only because you always lose your card. I always forget my secret number too. Scary, huh? Face should be idea enough. What's the war coming to? Let's come and shoot, rubber against the system. Now that was a bloody violent case. Violent, so it was a murder? Serial killing. Serial killing? Maybe I don't want to get involved in this after all. But the killer made a mistake. Mr. Edgeworth built his case around that. That's never. This was 2 years ago. That put Mr. Edgeworth right on the spotlight. And it started the rumor mill. Rumors? About forged evidence? It was supposed to be all cleared up with the transferal the other day. It was the last job he ever did. Detective Goodman, that is. Huh? What do you mean? Detective Goodman was the detective in charge of the SL9 incident, you see? So that switchblade knife. The victim took the knife out of the evidence locker himself. Interesting. Is there anything else here that... What's the sort of paint doing here? Since the door of time... Sorry, I'm just adjusting my seating. Since the dawn of time, true art has always been a war against oppression. True art? I noticed that there's blue and yellow paint here. Hey, he's just supporting Ukraine. It's fine. As you're witnessing the birthplace of the Blue Badger. Well, you might say this is my studio. Got the voice really weird there for a second. Here, in the evidence room. Look, this one's open. The red indicator light red indicator light above the door is lit. That locker is coded with Detective Goodwin's fingerprint. Detective Goodwin's locker? Are you sure it's okay to leave it open like that? Well, it would be hard to get it open again if we closed it. It's empty. They must have taken the contents elsewhere. Someone left a glove here, but only one. Oh, it's SL9 evidence. Detective Gumshoe, maybe? There you go, pal, making me out some kind of absent-minded detective. That's evidence from the case, you know. You in SL9? Does have a tag on it. Wow, someone must have broken all these. Someone must have broken something big to make all these pieces. Detective Gumshoe, perhaps? There you go, pal, making me look out like some kind of hooligan. That's apparently from the case. The case? Yes, SL9 isn't it, pal? See the sticker on one of the pieces there? Another piece of SL9 evidence. Let's take a quick look. Wonder what shape these pieces were in before whatever it was broke. You wanna try to put it back together? Yes, I do. Ha! Good luck, pal. That's no job for amateurs. Why, I spent a good 3 hours on that before I had to give it up. That's why I always carry around a tube of glue. Oh, this piece looks like the bottom. Let's try putting the rest in place. Spin! Okay, so first of all, well, that's gonna be a top bit. Either way, just refuses to work. That might work. Nope. So we need to have a bit that's going to be... really just getting that first bit in there's going to be the problem, I think. Just sort of visualizing. Okay, there you go. Right, so we need a... Not that, I don't know why. And that goes there. And then that will be this. And the final bit of the puzzle is that. And of course I put it the right way up. There's still a bit missing. Huh? Well, I think we did it. But some of the pieces are missing. Yeah, I got that far in 2 minutes myself. Problem is finishing it. Were some pieces stolen? I bet they were missing to begin with. Still, doesn't look like the most stable kind of jar. I understand how it got broken. It looks like a probably got bashed against someone's head. Stable jar, as the quote record. Put these pieces together, it makes a jar. There are 2 things that bother me. 1, why are some of the pieces missing? 2, doesn't it seem nice even? No wonder it broke. Make sure to remember that next time I put together make a jar. Well, if we present this to thingy, okay, that's not helpful. I guess I could show it to what's his face. Crap, I forgot he was the whole thing was to care about evidence. Okay, why don't we see if Gant has anything to say about any of this? Nope, apparently not. Since you're taking this, sorry, sir. I'm really sorry. No one did this. Maybe we should ask Mr. Edgeworth, sir. It's passing the buck, Mr. Wright. Takes a special kind of man to pass the buck to Edgeworth. Hey, do you know anything about this? Go on. Shake a look at this. You! Yes? You said you wanted some hot tea, right? No, but thanks. You just have to brew these leaves a long time to get a rich flavour like this. We pre-infuse the leaves with steam before brewing. I knew it! That's the secret to their aroma. Exquisite. Living here and spamming here is a waste of time. It's not helpful. Nope, don't know why I've done that by accident. Just not sure what evidence we need, what we need to talk to. Right, what if I look at the finished vase? Jar, whatever. Because we haven't properly analysed it, I don't think. Look, hard to make out, but there's some dark red stains on here. Looks like blood. Did Detective Goodman's blood somehow got on this when he was stabbed? Not likely. This blood looks like it's been here for months. Maybe longer. The jar was evidence in the SL9 incident, so that was the murder weapon, I'm guessing. And that may be when the blood got on it. Huh? This one doesn't even have a bottom. That's weird. Wonder which side is up. Better yet, what's the purpose of a bottomless jar? This doesn't collect dust inside, right? Tag says SL911. Guess there's another piece of evidence from that case. You know, I never did care for the word tag, it's confusing. Huh? What's so confusing about that? Do you know if a word sound like it? Bag, gag, nag, lag, zag? What? Zag? Is that a word? Do you challenge me? What is this, Scrabble rules? What, are we playing a word game now? Well, that's helpful. So what is it about this then? I assume the ID is his ID that he started right, but obviously that's not the start of... I mean, that's how his ID actually... Oh, it is how his ID starts. Right, we should probably... I know we need to move this along, so... I don't think this is gonna work. There's nothing else to talk to him about. There's 8 cameras in the evidence room hall. 1 for each session. Which one shows the section where the crime took place? Why the cattle stir up all the rain scum? It's not for a man to know. Unless you're in the security guard responsible. Dude, useless. This guy's just breaking this real. Best keep your distance from Billy there. You're liable to get hurt. Billy, that cat says a name. Billy, you're wearing your cowboy hat on your hand. Ah, my rawhide cowskin 10-gallon hat. I just picked that up, but Billy sure took a fancy to it. It's like it got stuck in the spines and you couldn't get it off. Have a jacket, leather pants, and a leather... What was on pants? Those are chaps. And that's a poncho up there. Aha, a poncho. Sure, it looks cool, but the name's a little silly. Look at this green door, just like a Wild West saloon. Ah, sorry partner. We're closed for the day. Huh? Y'all get along home now. Think of some marshal really want to be a Wild West bartender. I always want to say that. I just roped me a steer with this here lasso. What? It's a bellowing moo, pal. Pal? Moo. Depends who gumshoe, I presume. There's something we're missing to sort of keep this going, and I can't think what it is. Bear with me a minute, I'm gonna have to... have a gander. Okay, so we can apparently go talk to Edgeworth now. Okay, we'll go do that. Oh, I think we're... Oh, can we go from the underground parking lot? And into the... yeah. What? Okay, so we're still missing something before we can talk to Edgeworth. We've investigated this. What's this? Blood? It's a little warm, but there's definitely a handprint there. It's like someone tried to wipe it off. That's right! Well, there are blood left in the room. Yeah, we already did that though, that's the thing. Unless there's... Oops, wrong thing. Unless there's something else missing here that... I don't think there is. Present this time, what's... Not do anything? Nope. Okay, so I have to give him the ID card record. And I think that's the last one we need to do in this section. 'Cause it looks like we've done everything else. That's the victim, Detective Goodman's ID card. These days everything... Wait. Oh, we did do this. Yeah, we checked that. This is my crowning achievement. My masterpiece, you might say. But art is always a misunderstood, pal. Art? He was dancing proudly on the day of the award ceremony. There were a lot of people coming in and going after the ceremony, so they took the Blue Badger away for a while. Really? Why? Oh, they said it was shameful or something like that. Shameful? I toiled night and day. Sympathized with Detective Gumshoe. I can see why they moved it. We did present this right. So no, and switchblade knife. No surprise of anyone, because this is a nice collection. That's a big case. I haven't set now, it's not over. Who's left in that case? But there's nothing new, I just... So it's the ID card record, which we did get, but I couldn't. I don't think we have that. It must be. I saw it, but I don't think we picked it up for some reason. See, this is the victim's ID card. Was on the ground in the parking lot. Number on this is 584 or 2189. So Marshall, show us that ID card record. ID card record again. Got it. Look, fourth number. It's a perfect match. It was used at 5:14, right before the stabbing. What's more, there's ain't one of them cards in the world. So, when the incident occurred, Detective Goodwin was in the evidence room. But wait, what did Officer Meekin say? Sir, enter the evidence room and ask the man to display his ID card, sir. So you asked Detective Goodwin to show his ID card. What did he do? That's the thing! Suddenly he pointed a knife at me. If you had this ID card then, why would you have pointed a knife at Officer Meekin's? Right, compadre. You win. Guess I can give you this ID card record. Got an idea. Maybe I should show this to other people with IDs here. And we're off. Gumshoe. Take a gander at this. Yeah, see, there's someone else entered at the same time. Interestingly, it also entered 25 minutes beforehand. Which is interesting. Take a look at this. This is the ID card record of people who came in here on the day of the stabbing. Ah, I heard the rumors. So it was Goodman who came in here at the time of the murder. Whoa! What was it? That second number. It's not your ID number, is it, Detective Gumshoe? Mr. Edgeworth. What? The second number on this list belongs to Mr. Edgeworth. What? ID card record edited. Why would Edgeworth have come into the evidence room? Because he's a prick. I mean, the good news is, like, it's probably not the murderer, because the guy who came in at 4:50 and again at 5:14 is probably the murderer. Anyway. Can I just check what your number is? If you're going to tell us, you won't tell us. Yep. Don't think about this, do you? Okay, no, she's just having this tea. How'd you do? Speakins, can you take a look at this? Sorry, sir. Really sorry. I don't know what this is. Where'd you ask for Edgeworth, sir? Yeah, can do. It's passing the back, it's alright. Okay, we did do this already. Okay. So. Let's look at the court record. So we've shown this to Gumshoe, we've shown it to pretty much everyone who Okay, so apparently we need to spray the locker with the white item hanging off it, which I thought we did already, but clearly not enough. Eek! Why am I getting a reaction here? There's no reason for the murderer to touch the spot if he fled out the door. This might just be something significant. Hey, that's some pretty amazing stuff you got there, pal. And this? It's called luminol testing fluid. Where'd you get your hands on that? Huh? I'd like to get some too. I just borrowed $50 from the chief. Where did you get this, Emma? I always buy it by mail order. Well, I better jot this down on the floor plans. Hey pal, look at the time. Is there something you need to be going to? Just that Mr. Edgeworth's inquiry committee should be letting out soon. I'm gonna have to give them my report for the day. On a restaurant pamphlet? It might help, you know. The report? You mean that note in the back of a flyer? The one that says nothing but no problems? Hey, it's Mr. Edgeworth we're talking about. I'm sure he can use a report like this. I believe in him. Who needs enemies when you've got friends like Detective Gumshoe? I'm off, pal. Later. Should probably see what Edgeworth has to say too. Finally. Right. How many steps it takes to get to a place. It's really frustrating. I really hope it gets streamlined in later games. Oh, god damn it. Ah, guests. My apologies. Oh, it's you. Have we met somewhere before? Huh? Mr. Edgeworth, I beg your leave so long. Is Edgeworth here? There, standing by the window, a teacup in his hand. Ah, looking as happy as always. Right. Yes, the hotel bring him tea service. Mr. Edgeworth, you're back from the District Prosecutor's Office inquiry? I am. Clearly. By the way, Detective Gumshoe was looking for you. Yes. He brought me his latest information, it seems. Really? Was it helpful? Apparently a new French restaurant is opening near here. I think he was trying to console me somehow. The real info is on the other side, Edgeworth. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I think this whole thing is really taking its toll on him. He's fine. So, how did the inquiry committee go? Actually, they decided to treat this not as a case of concealing evidence, but as a communications error during investigation. Concealing evidence? Yes. Apparently, there are some who believe that I concealed evidence. They gave me a warning. You were lucky this time. Again? Again? I've heard them say that so many times. Ever since that case 2 years ago. You okay for the trial tomorrow? Well, I'm still the presiding and prosecuting attorney. However, something happened? They gave control of the investigation over to the police department. The police department? Yes. Any further investigation for this case will be directed by the Chief of Police, Gant. I can do nothing but wait for his results. I see. Why, I ask you, why? All along I've done only what I believe is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of. But still. Wow, I've never seen him this out of sorts. This is a bad time, but take a look at this. Oh right, I better check this now. As I was saying, what is this? A record of ID card usage? Edgeworth, you went into the evidence room that day, didn't you? Just before the incident occurred, no less. Yes, that is true. Why, Mr. Edgeworth? Please don't look at me like that. I was asked to go. By Chief Gant, no less. The Chief of Police? He wanted evidence of a case that wrapped up half a year ago. He told me he wanted me to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. But it was solved, right? It would have had to be. It would have to be if the evidence was already filed. The chief is never one to explain himself. In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here. Can I ask what kind of case it was? I can't say. It really has nothing to do with the current case. Yeah, people keep saying that. And then it always ends up having something to do with the current case. So, Edgeworth, let's just, like, take a second here. Now I'm curious about this other case. I better make a note of it. Stubborn as always. I told you this has nothing to do with the current case. Tag says AI 16. What's that got to do with anything? Nothing, apparently. At least that's what Edgeworth said. Well that makes it all the more suspicious. Who knows? This might turn out to be the clue that breaks the case. Wouldn't that be nice? Do you know about anything like this? Right, please, I'm the prosecutor on this case. You don't expect me to sit here and discuss the case with you over a cup of tea? I mean, like, it'd be... I don't know, it might make some progress if we did. I'll pass on the tea. Just tell me about the case. Mr. Wright, Mr. Edgeworth told you no in a very polite manner. Whose side are you on anyway? If I just show him my best evidence, I can get some reaction out of him. What about this? Best evidence. I know you. You probably already got all this information already, right? God, that worked. That's to do with that case you're on, the SL9 incident. And some dark suspicion you were wrapped up in. You were the man who survived the worst enemy of my life. I figured I'd be telling you about this sooner or later. I remember this traumatic incident. He was talking about his father's murder in the elevator. Okay, Edgeworth, why don't you tell me about it? Tell me the truth. The SL9 incident was an heinous serial killing case. The head of the investigation was the deputy chief of police at the time. Who was? Damon Gant. Oh, he's a bad one, isn't he? He's gonna turn out to be a real bad one. That wacky old coot was involved in the case 2 years ago too then. He was the top officer and it was my first time working with him. I was nervous. Wow, you get nervous too, Mr. Edgeworth? What I want to know is why was the deputy chief of police on the investigation. In truth, I used slightly more extreme methods than normal. We were dealing with a vicious murderer. If I let him go, the blood would be on my hands. We won our guilty verdict, and the killer was executed. Wait, you didn't... Of course not. I didn't touch the evidence. Yes, I will do anything in my power to win the trial. However, I do have a code, and I follow it faithfully. By the way, Emma, the chief prosecutor wanted to know something. My sister? What? If you were still studying. If you were still studying forensic science. Huh? Yes, of course. Why, just today, Mr. Wright and I were using this liminal testing fluid. Well then, you might have use for this. Aluminium powder for taking fingerprints. It's been chemically treated for better adhesion. For me? Are you sure? We are the enemy, you know. I have no say in today's investigation. Do as you will. Edgeworth, I'm really... No need to thank me. Here, take your powder and these fingerprint files to everyone involved. Thanks. How about giving these to Detective Gumshoe as well? Well, let's get going. One last investigation. Right. I do seem to remember seeing a suspicious handprint somewhere. Right. Back to the evidence room. Oh, what's the face is gone. In fact, everyone's gone. Investigation showed a suspicious handprint. Here in this blood and detective's evidence locker. To use the secret weapon we just borrowed. Kapow! Right, let's get started. First, choose a finger. Finger? Each finger leaves behind a slightly different imprint. Yeah, science! So let's choose the finger that will have left behind the clearest print. I can't really just tell the difference at a glance. Quit procrastinating and choose a finger, damn it. This one, the pokey finger. Okay, it's time to check for prints. Let me show you how it's done. And it's starting to get that sparkle in our eyes. First, we sprinkle the aluminium powder around. Huh? How do you do that? We have enter, see? Ah, looks like that did the trick. Aluminium powder adheres completely to the print. Once the powder is well spread, just blow away the excess. Huh? How do we do that? With E! Exciting, I know. Imagine you're blowing out the candles on a birthday cake. I presume that used the DS's microphone originally. Wow, that looks like fun. Might take some getting used to though. I'm so glad I'm not doing this on the DS. We don't have to use the DS's microphone. Because, oof, talk about not great technology. Just pour the powder on thick and blow away the extra. Those are the basics of fingerprinting, Mr. Wright. So we give it a try. Ah, aluminium everywhere. Ah, you did it. You found one. Apparently. But this is something like a fingerprint. Now you mention it, I guess it doesn't. What does it mean? I think it means we're out of luck. Out of luck? Yeah, the person who left this handprint must have worn gloves. Don't tell me we're wasting our time here. Hey, calm down. That's just the way it goes in terms of scientific investigations. But it does seem a shame. While we're at it, why look for other prints? Other prints? Looking at the locker door again closely. Seems like there are fingerprints outside of the bloody handprint as well. See if we can find a clear print. Fingerprints outside the blood. Like that? Oh, I wish you could just hold down A and it gets the job done, instead of having to rapidly tap it. Like, if I held A, I could just spread it over the whole area. Well, that's a fingerprint. Oh, we ever did see one. Yay! A print so clear it's dazzling. Dazzling? Anyway, it's a print so close effort to find. Let's match it up right away. So we're not done yet? That's quite a process. Well, there's no point in finding a fingerprint and not knowing who the owner is, right? I guess she's right. Look at the fingerprint data we got from Mr. Edgeworth. And point out the person you think left these prints. Huh? How am I supposed to know who did it, who it was? I can make a pretty good guess. The bloody handprint and the fingerprints are in different places, right? That means the prints probably don't have anything to do with our case. Or do they? So whose fingerprints would we most likely find this on the evidence locker? On this evidence locker. Well, let's compare those first of all. I don't know what. Wait, right next to each other. What am I doing? It's a free. No match. Come on. How am I supposed to guess whose they are? It's not obvious. Bloody handprint and the fingerprints are in different places, right? Because the prints probably don't have anything to do with our case. Looks like you belong to the owner of this evidence locker. Something wrong? I was just thinking, if you're so sure it says, why don't you match the fingerprints? Mr. Wright, I'm doing this for your benefit, so you'd learn. Fine, fine. What do you think? Could have left these prints. No. Ooh. Dick Gumshoe. Looks fairly similar. Let's make the comparison. Match found. Ah. So these prints belong to Detective Gumshoe. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You gave me this so what look? Guess probably because I was thinking, so what? Okay, so we came up with nothing this time. There's always next time. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. Go roll with the punches, Mr. Wright. Thanks for something. Wait, if I remember correctly, there's one other handprint in this room. Let's go check it out. Tutorial over. Right, there was a handprint here. Okay, wanna try using this? Check the prints. That's the spirit. Oh, I have to worry about something first. What? The area of the blood was right way, right? We only ended up finding it using chemical means. Any prints in that area would have been wiped away too. Oh. Right. So that means no prints. We say the probability of your hypothesis is high. Don't ask me. Anyway, you must try to find prints that weren't wiped away. Prints other than the ones left by the bloody hands. Let's try here. Okay. Almost have it. So... Well, that's Marshall. Hey, these fingerprints, they... Whose are they? Whose? Is it someone I know? It's Officer Marshall. Huh? Officer Jake Marshall? Marshall's fingerprints added to the court record. That's got to be a coincidence. He's not involved in the crime. Emma, is the side different from Detective Gumshoe's prints? The luminal reaction. The blood and fingerprints are in the same place. Oh. Oh. So we have Jake Marshall fingerprints on the white bloodstain. But why would Officer Marshall? Looks like our investigation is finally turning up some results. I guess this is what you call decisive evidence. I don't believe it. To be continued. Okay, so I think we're probably going to wrap it up there. The end of the investigation day. So then we can do the trial. Pretty much spend the whole next stream doing the trial. Because we could do the trial, but I reckon that's going to be a good hour and a half to get through this next bit, and that's not including if we screw up an hour in, which has happened before, and then we would lose about an hour of progress, which I kind of don't. We don't want to do at this point, being 3 hours and 10 minutes in. So I think we will wrap up there, and we'll be back tomorrow with some more Phoenix Wright and with the trial of the century. So thank you for joining me for today's stream. I'm going to save now, actually, or else that could be a problem. So thank you for joining me for the stream today. Whether you joined me for 5 minutes, whether you joined me for the whole thing, I really, really appreciate it. It's fun. I still really like this game. This case is just really long. And I think it's going to get even longer, which is it's fine. It's a long one. So yeah, so back tomorrow with more Phoenix Wright. And thanks for hanging out. And as always, au revoir, baby. I'll load up the ending outro music. I sound insane. Yeah, that'll be. Let's go. Let's do that. Farewell. Bye. Get out.